Peace and power, family. This is your girl, Nadi, aka Queen Goddess Hope, coming to you with the past, present, and future reading. You know, this is my joints. Loving it. So, I will pull out some inner child healing cards first to show us where we were. Then I will pick out some practical oracle self-care cards to kind of guide us on our journey, to teach us, that it's time to either receive, let go, or where we are presently. And then I'm going to use the cosmic oracle cards to kind of give us some futuristic views on where we're headed. I'm going to try to make this quick because it'll get noisy in here soon. I got the little baby coming through. Anyway, here we are. Source, God, energy, Mother Earth, Father God, Source. And then I ask that you give us some energy and clear this space. Ashe. Pull yourself close. Every part of your being is deserving of love. That's the past. Present, you are enough. You do not have to give more. Future card. Accept what is. The acceptance will bring you peace. So first, your past, it's literally walking away. It's oh, I have to take a picture for you guys. It is literally big you holding little you down a path towards the cosmos. The middle you is talking about how you are enough. You do not have to give more. She is literally in a portal with about 20 hawks, crows, birds around her, and she's literally blowing into a cauldron or a fire, trying to figure out how to tap into her ancestry, how to tap into her DNA. Accept what is. The acceptance will bring you peace. Ashe. Accept your past. Accept where you've come from. I've come from the slums, Shaolin, 476 Richmond Terrace, Staten Island, New York. If you ever Google Earth that place, you might be scared. I know I was. I lived in a war zone. I've accepted that. I'm proud of that, in fact. Speak up. This is about your past. You are not saying, what you are not saying, it's eating you up inside. You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Present energy, celebration, ashe, salud. Good times come from hard work. Time to spend it in good company. And for the future, give less fucks. The less you give a fuck, the happier you will be. Do I have to explain about the past, present, and future cards? Those cards were self-explanatory enough, I tell you that. Just thinking about that past card, it just basically tells you that you need to speak up and talk about your past more. Allow yourself to use your throat chakra in ways that you have never used it before, so that your past can be the reason why you thrive in the future. There is no need for you to act like you have to close your mind or your throat or your voice because somebody is telling you to, or somebody doesn't want you to share that information with the public. But that's what people do, right? How do you vindicate yourself or find peace in that energy, right? It says you must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. That is that's the past energy, child. Yo, the cards be speaking, baby. You must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. Present day, clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better. You are enough. And that future card says, what has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. All right, so for the closeout interpretation of the past, present, and future. So your past energy is asking you to once again pull yourself close and really figure out who you are. Yes, it's okay to deal with your past, but the best way that I liberate myself from my past is by discussing it or journaling it. And one thing that I did for several years on end was post it on the internet, which allowed me to share that energy with, an audience who was willing to listen because my hurt internally turned into a path of liberation and allowed me to close out a season of pain. That's why it's like these were the three cards of the past. Pull yourself close. Every part of your being is deserving of love. Speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this secret in forever. You can't keep this in forever. I don't know why I said that. It doesn't even say secret anywhere on here. So there's a secret that you're keeping in that you haven't told anyone about that you need to free yourself from. That's why it says if you must forgive if you want to be free. There's something that happened to somebody that they haven't forgiven somebody for. And the only way to be free from it is just to speak up about it and forgive that individual. The present is saying you are enough. You do not have to give more. Good times come from hard work. Time spent in good company is what you need. Clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better. So this card is basically telling me that based upon your past, it's okay to live and thrive in the future because you deserve it. You do not need to continue to wallow into low vibrational energies. It's time to awaken to your higher self and to live and thrive in peace. You are allowed to use your reparations, if you will. A lot of Black people get ashamed for living a life of luxury or wearing luxury items or going on luxury trips and holidays and, you know, wearing expensive whatever they want, or driving or, you have to remember that you have worked hard for this stuff. Why do you have to be ashamed of enjoying those fruits? And remember, you are enough. Whatever somebody poured into your mind or told you as a child, or whatever dark energy magic that they sowed into you, that is not true. And that's why it's called the past. One of my first books was called The Past is in the Past, so let it pass. And it was a group of testimonies of women from our church who dedicated their life to Christ, but what their lives were like, I highlighted in the book. So I had asked every woman the same questions, and based upon these questions and answers, I posed a new question, and then I just decided to ask everyone the same questions because guess what? Those same questions prompted a deeper story. So remember, it's okay to celebrate your wins because you deserve it. And the future says, accept what is. The acceptance will bring you peace. Give less fucks. The less you give a fuck, the happier you will be. What has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. And I'm pretty sure it's been asking you to release because that is the recurrent energy in your past, in your present, and in your future message. Just accept what happened because the more you wallow in that energy, and sure, it may be difficult to release, the more you're never going to grow. There were things that happened to me as a child that I never disclosed until I was about 33 years old, and I, confided in my parents, and I don't feel like nothing was done. And now my family gathers and does events, and I don't want to even go because I don't want to see that person's fucking face. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And while I'm thankful for the invites, I can't promise that my mouth is not going to be a vicious monster like I know it will be. And because of that, I choose to omit certain spaces. And while it hurts, some people on the other end, I know that I've seen them and sewed into them more times than not in this lifetime. So the fact is that I don't give a fuck about how that person may have treated me back then because my ancestors are going to rip them to fucking shreds. And I can be glad in that. I can be bold in that. And I thrive in that. But you now need to take your power back. Call back your power every single day. People on my WhatsApp know that I post this meme probably once a week. And I feel like when I do post it, more people view it every single week. And it just says, I call on my power back to me. And I was told the very first time that I did that I should insert my name, Nadia, Come back here. I call you back to me, because you have to think about how many people have talked about you, used your slander, slandered your name, talked about you across country. Every single day, there is somebody thinking about you. Every single day, your name comes up in some topic of conversation because you are that HBIC, HNIC. Remember back in the day in the 90s, we used to put that shit on t-shirts and hoodies and hats. I am the one in charge. You are the one in charge. People know how great you are. People know that you were chosen. People love your light energy. People know that you're going to splurge a bag on them and continue to splurge a bag on them. Because guess what? I got the fucking juice, not you. And those are the same people who talk about you day in and day out. And this is why this card came out. You must forgive if you want to be free. The day that I took my power back is the day that I liberated myself to higher realms that I can't even come down from. Do not stoop to nobody's level. Do not lower your vibrations, your standards, your codes, your downloads, your upgrades. Be still in that energy. Understand that God gave you this unconditional happiness now because He knows what you went through before. Mother Earth has a whole earth left for you. They like, where can we move this girl next that she will not thrive? Baby, put me any place on the planet and I will thrive. Shout out to my home state, New York City. If you were born and raised in the city, you know that you can make it anywhere. That term, if you make it here, you can make it anywhere, rings true. I've literally lived in like 6 different cities in the last 2.5 years. And I promise you, baby, I come out with a whole network, a whole thriving society of futuristic technology and energy called myself. I give myself the light codes and upgrades and downgrades. I do it. I lift myself up out of poverty into wealth. My outward appearance does not reflect the scars that are still on the inside of me. Understand that you need to hug yourself and pull yourself in because you are enough. Accept what it is and thrive in who you are destined to be. Ashe. It's me. I'm out. Peace.